the place for comic book and anime reviews.
Hey there, you guys. Welcome to the Brandon Campbell 12 YouTube channel, place for your comic book and anime reviews. And today, you gotta do my review for Captain America issue number 27, legacy numbering issue 731. I'm not gonna go into the Alex Ross cover. You guys know DC Co's been having a great Alex Ross cover every week. This is really an interesting issue for me to read. Because it deals a lot with, like I'm gonna be both praising this issue, but also criticizing this issue a little bit as well. It is a very politically driven issue, as Coach tend to do, but I was kind of surprised by just how political this one got in a way that I wasn't really expecting. So let's go ahead and talk about Captain America issue number 27. So the issue begins off, and we're having this Captain America speech, right? He's giving this speech to the people, and people are pretty happy listening to him. They're praising him. They're enjoying what he's doing, what he's saying, and everything that's been going on. Meanwhile, we're still dealing with everything going on with Alexa Lukin and the Red Skull and that whole ordeal, and that being built up in this issue. We just actually find out that the Red Skull is a mask that he's putting on over his eyes to show like his face, and it's a really cool image that we get here. And this is a very different Red Skull than we're used to, very different. And I'm going to go into that as the issue kind of continues on. But I want to talk about this page right here. So in the issue of Captain America, we get to see Captain America listening to this talk show, right? He's listening to these people like who also don't like him. And he tells Sharon at one point, I can't just listen to the people who just love me all the time. I gotta listen to, different parties. Actually, to be specific, he says, I need to listen to all Americans. And this immediately made me think about, how there's a lot of people out in the world who are unwilling to listen to the political side they disagree with. Like, there's a lot of liberal or leftist people out there who are unwilling to listen to, like, conservative talk shows to hear their side of the story or hear where their views are at. So that way you can, properly disagree with them in a way that's, beneficial to both parties. And I know that was really interesting that Captain America had made that statement right there, showing that I'm going to be a Captain America for the people in terms of the actual story. Like, in terms of the actual story, he wants to listen to the people who like him and the voices who also don't like him. And I thought that was interesting, thing that Coach did in this issue. As the issue goes on, we continue with this whole Red Skull storyline, and basically it kind of ends up with all the people who are Captain America is trying to help ends up getting killed by the Red Skull's ultimate plan. And in this issue, Red Skull's also talking about hate. There's a lot of talk about hate in this issue and how hate grows, which I thought was really interesting and really got me to feel like this is getting very political in this issue, because we know how hate speech works and how hate speech can spread. And he's talking about the power of hate and the power of people's hatred of something, how it can grow and fester. And I thought that was really interesting, that how it all led to these people getting killed. And basically, Red Skull gives a speech and puts all the blame onto Captain America at the very end, causing people to lose faith in their captain, lose faith in the American institution of Captain America. Which I thought was a very interesting way to end this issue off. So that was really good. That was some really great discussion, really great topics that were really being brought up in this issue. Some of my problems with this issue, though. Okay, so Um, we've been on this whole Alexa Lukin story now for quite a while now. Like, this has been going on nonstop, endlessly, for quite a while with Alexa Lukin and Captain America. And we know at the very end of the issue that, like, they were going to be kind of go back to a little bit of a normalcy now. And they managed to defeat the bad guy, pretty much. And, you know, Captain America's vision was kind of ended, kind of like his image is back normal again, right? You think that was what was all it was going to be. So I got to criticize this a little bit because right after that, we continue with the same exact villains doing the same. Well, they're doing the same thing, obviously, but they're still trying to, you know, discredit Captain America. That's become their whole plan. That's become their whole model. And I was hoping that in this issue we'd kind of like break free from that for a little bit. That we would do something different with the Red Skull coming back. That his plan would be very different than what it actually turning out to be, which is seems like all the Power League want to do is just discredit Captain America in front of the public. That seems to be their whole goal at this point. So that's interesting. So that's a good way. That's a good tactic to like take you down. But it's not as interesting to read a story that is, you know, 27 issues in at this point. I was kind of hoping something more different, like a different type of story that was going to get told at this point. That was still fitting in with the larger narrative that DC Color wants to play into. If he wants to play into the same narrative, that's fine. But I was hoping that he would tell a very different story than what he's just telling right now, because his Black Panther run, every arc felt very different from each other. They were long arcs, but they each felt different from each other, and they also all tied into each other. So I'm kind of comparing this to Black Panther a little bit and how he wrote that series. And I just feel like, you know, the way he wrote that series, like, it feels a lot different the way he's writing this series, which it has been doing the same exact thing for 27 issues now. And we haven't really changed a whole lot. We haven't really moved forward with the story in a really major way, like I was really hoping to in this issue. So those are something that I have to kind of criticize about the issue of Captain America, because I did want a little bit more. I wanted something a little bit different. It was still interesting. It was still a good read, but I still wanted something more from it. But, you know, from my criticism, I did enjoy reading this issue for the most part until I got to the end and made that realization that this is the same thing. It didn't ruin the issue for me, but it is one of the criticisms I have to have. And I really hope in the next issue that he makes this whole storyline feel different than what he was doing before. So there was on Captain America number 27, you guys. Then I'm going to talk about Captain America number 27. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.